Right, this is going to be the settings video. Going to kind of go through these pretty quickly. We're going to start in display, windowed borderless. That makes it so I can alt tab easier. It's like when I alt tab, usually it would black screen. As you can see, I'm alt tabbing and nothing's happening. If I were to switch it to full screen, I'm not sure if it would fully come up. But yeah, you'll be able to see it. As you can see, you see how it's black screening right now on OBS. It's that makes it so you can tab out easy. This is just my monitor. I play on 16 by 10, 1680 by 1050, so it's a stretched resolution. And the way that I do that is if I type in display settings here, you have my monitors. If you go right here to the scale and layout tab, display resolution, and you can change it to any of these that you want. Depending on your graphics card, you could also set up custom resolutions if you would like. For field of view, I play it on maxed. Some people like 100. I personally don't. That's why I just keep it all the way maxed out. VSync's off. Keep that off in literally every game you play. Frame rate, keep it on. I keep it on 300. Just get as many frames as I can. Even if I'm not hitting that 300 fully, I like to have that buffer above 240 hertz to where I don't see any frame drops. Now the most important part of the settings, graphics. So turning off super resolution makes anti-aliasing available. I've found that I've gotten the most FPS out of STP, super resolution. The render resolution I keep on quality, but obviously you could drop that if you'd like to. Graphics preset, this doesn't really matter. Just put it on custom and then go on from there. Now you're gonna see all of this is pretty consistent. Everything's either on low or off. This is the new setting, and whenever you put it on, you see how there's the yellow bar for high. Whenever you move it to low, it's still there, but it is on low. Yeah, I'm just gonna scroll through this because every single one of these is either low or off. I have this on before upscaler. You could read what it says on the right. It says faster but may reduce quality, or best quality but may impact performance. This would have less performance. This has better performance. Render distance, I max it out. I never really saw much of an FPS dip, especially with how big of a map there is. A lot of stuff spread out. Post processing, I have everything turned off, and my color filters I play on bright. Default, I just didn't like the look of it, and retro, I mean, I just hate the look of that. So I keep it on bright. General, it's just your language. Audio, this is all personal preference and based on your headphones. I play with bass boost on in my control panel, so mine are gonna look a little different from the average audio settings. But this is all of it just in case. Controls, so I play on a 0.09 mouse sensitivity on 800 DPI. It's a very low sensitivity, but that's just what I'm used to. And then in these settings, I really recommend that you get used to, instead of holding tab to pull out like your repair tool or your binoculars, you bind those to a button because it makes it so much faster in a fight to like repair things and all that because you're not fumbling around in menus. Binoculars I have on T, flashlight is on G, multi-tool is on tilde, so that's the key surrounded by escape, 1, and tab. It's above tab. I haven't messed with the trampler controls at all, or the trampler editor. Shoot, left mouse button, right mouse button, obviously. I haven't changed anything else really besides my, where is it? Like my flashlight, my binoculars, and my multi-tool. And all of this is pretty useless. Yep, but now let's move on to the AMD settings. Right, moving into the AMD settings, if you go to the gaming tab, Sand's already pulled up for me because that was the last game I had opened, and I have it open now. It might not be there for you, but you should see a big list of games and you can just click on Sand. What I use, these are all the graphics settings right here. Super resolution is disabled, anti-lag is on, chill is off, image sharpening is on, it doesn't give much of a hit to FPS at all. And I just like that to boost the quality of my game since I have my settings on low in game. And I have the sharpen percent at 80. You can turn it up to 100. It's personal preference. Some people don't like it really sharp, some people do. Moving down though, I use anti-aliasing application settings. The method is multi-sampling. I have this turned off. Morphological anti-aliasing. The anisotropic filtering. If you have it on and 2x, it doesn't do too much FPS wise, but it does do a good bit of upping the texture clarity. But you can play with this off, and when you turn this off, this one goes away. The texture filtering quality, performance, surface format optimization, I have it on. Tessellation mode, use application or override application settings, and then the maximum level is 8x. And then I play with a custom color. It never shows that it's on, but I use 10,000, negative 10, 0. That is on 125. 125 contrast, saturation 200, and then I don't use any of these. I just keep these on use global settings. That should be most of it. I have a AMD Radeon RX 5600 XT and a 7800 X3D CPU, and I get around 240 minimum with these settings without recording. When I'm recording, it drops a bit to like 180, 190, but certain parts it'll drop drastically. But yeah, I just get fairly decent FPS. You can see it up here in this corner. While recording, I'm getting like 190 to 200. Just depends on what screen I'm on. As you can see, this went up a little bit. In game, I get just around the same, if I'm being honest. Yeah, let's move on to the Windows settings. Alright, this is going to be the Windows settings now. So we're going to start out, go straight to gaming, game bar. If you use some stuff like Crosshair X and stuff like that, turn it on. Keep it on. If you basically, this is like a, if you use it, keep it on. Simple as that. Captures. I would just turn all of this off. I'm gonna be honest. This just runs in the background and you really don't need it. It completely messes up your FPS because it's like recording when you don't want to. Going to game mode now. Game mode is extremely important. This is going to give you one of your biggest FPS increases on its own. And I mean, all you have to do is press the on button. I think you have to restart your computer after, but I'm not entirely sure. So now we're going to go here. We are going to go into graphics straight from there. So if you go back into gaming, game mode, just look down, click on graphics. Audio HDR, I don't mess around with that. I don't like it. Turn on optimizations for Windows games, and then click this drop down right here and set default high performance GPU. Sometimes you come with integrated graphics. So this would be my integrated graphics. You want to turn this on to your graphics card and then turn on variable refresh rate. And then from here, if you click add desktop app, you go to Steam apps. All right, go to common, sand, click on sand. You see it's right here. Optimizations for windowed games, turn that on. Let Windows decide. High performance AMD Radeon RX, whatever, graphics card, basically. That's what your GPU preference needs to be. And then once you've done with that, you're going to go to power and battery. So I'm going to go back to home, look up power and battery. Power, sleep, and battery settings. Power mode. You can have this on best performance, balanced, or power efficiency. I have it on best performance. It's pretty self-explanatory. Better performance, quality, less performance, power efficiency, way less performance. Now for the startup apps. So if you go back to home, click on apps, startup, you could kind of see all of the apps that are going to be starting up upon opening. So even I have some that I really don't need. I don't really need a lot of these. Don't need you open. Don't need you open. Don't need you open. Yeah, the more apps you have in the background, as you see, these are all going to start like minimized or start completely in the background, and they'd only appear in Task Manager or down here. As you can see, the ones I just turned off, Roblox, I just turned that off. Razer, I turned that off right here. SteelSeries, I turned that off. Probably going to turn off BlueStacks as well. And other than that, it's Bluetooth, Spotify, Steam, AMD, OBS, and Discord, which I've all opened on my own. Next, this one is not as much of a FPS increaser, but some people actually don't know about it. We're going to go to System and Notifications, and we're going to turn off notifications from all apps. That way, while you're playing, you don't have notifications coming up down here bothering you, in case they do. Most of the time they won't, but some people have dealt with that before. Now, we're going to go to Windows, Privacy and Security, Windows Security. I personally wouldn't turn any of this off. It's really bad to turn off any Windows security stuff for FPS. A lot of people have in the past. I would just leave it all on. It'll help you out more in general. Now, we're going to go to the search bar and type in adjust. All the way at the bottom, adjust the appearance and performance of Windows. I've already got this all set up. So you could either click adjust for best performance, which as you can see disables all that, or custom. If I hit cancel and go back into it, you'll be able to see mine. This is what I have set up. I would just copy this exactly. Right here, how to allocate processor resources, best performance of programs, and then this doesn't really do much for FPS at all. Yeah, just copy those as close as you can. Now we're going to go search storage settings. That's going to bring this screen up. You want to make sure you have a lot of storage free. I'm still in the process of clearing out the storage. I just haven't gotten around to it. But if you go to advanced storage on other drives, if you have multiple, you really want to keep these drives open, especially the one your game is on, because that is going to tear up your FPS. 11 is fine for this drive. This is my Windows drive. You want to keep it at like a 30 gigabyte minimum if possible. And I've already gone over all the A and B settings for you. But yeah, I stream all of the games I play for the most part are either recorded or streamed live on Twitch. I would really appreciate it if you went and dropped a follow or subscribe to the YouTube channel. It means a lot. It lets me know that what I'm making is good content. It helps keep me going. So if you don't mind, just drop a sub or a follow. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, my Discord's going to be linked in the description. Go check it out. Shoot me a DM. I'll probably respond very quickly. Thank you. Have a good day.